Sun shines upon me. Oh, but there we go. If we look closer into the darkness, we might be able to find the truth, at least when it comes to hair loss, huh? Alright, so I made a video yesterday. It was called Norwood, the 360-degree view of reality. And on this, I received a few comments. Today, though, in this particular video, we're going to talk about the response from a barber named Maxwell Smart, who says, quote, "Great video. I'm glad that Greg trusted his barber. Options are always possible, so keep an open mind," end quote. Now, he's referring to the fact that Greg is one of our viewers here, and he went on to tell me, Greg did, about how he is a fellow Norwood 3. And basically he went to the barber saying, just go ahead and buzz it on off. And the barber stopped him and said, you know, actually, hold up. I think we can do something with this. And Greg was very pleased with how the barber was able to pull off a haircut that really suited him well. And he was pleased with that. And I was talking about how there's this idea that a lot of times when guys realize, okay, I'm starting to lose my hair, they're just like, okay, well, I'm just going to shave it off and that's the end of it. But through these stories, what we're seeing here is that with the help of a barber, you might be able to get away with actually having options other than just buzzing your hair off. And so now in the past I've always said, look, if you're starting to worry or freak out about losing your hair and you start to see signs of it, I always think it's a good exercise to go ahead and buzz it off at like a 1.5 guard, because it's a good exercise to prepare you for that. However, I'm not saying that as a personal or a permanent solution, because especially if you're in a Norwood 3 like I am, there's a lot of options that can be done, as Greg learned and as our friend Maxwell pointed out. So yes, I think it's a good idea to buzz off your hair just to prepare yourself for when you get past Norwood 3 and you're on to 4 and 5. However, at the same time, I definitely think that's a great idea. I mean, especially particularly to go to a barber, because I mean, for me personally, I just go to whatever it is, you know, master cuts or super cuts, whatever it is what I go to. But I already kind of know what's going on and what I'm planning to do with my hairstyle. But if you're unsure and you're starting to think that you know, you're not feeling good about how things are feeling with your hair and not sure which direction to go to, but you're not sure that you want to buzz it off, this is a very simple yet great point. I think barbers provide a lot of help, especially, I mean, when they're used to dealing with men's hair, and you know, you can have an honest conversation and say, look, I'm starting to notice my hairline's different now, so my options are a little bit more limited than before. What do you think? What are some good options that you see for me personally? I mean, that's what they do for a living. They're going to know better than you do, better than I do. And it's a little bit of a leap of faith, but they're experts on basing men's hairstyles off of hairlines. So, and as you venture into Norwood 3, you're into a situation where you do kind of have to come up with a new plan to move forward. Otherwise, you can end up constantly feeling unsure of yourself. So this is my shout out to barbers out there. I want to bring people to you, especially when they're kind of at a crossroads in their life on what to do next with their hairstyle. You don't have to resort to just buzzing it off because you're Norwood 3. You've still got options, and a barber is a good person to seek wisdom from. And we've seen this already in the comment section. So I like to remind everyone there are options other than just buzzing your hair off, if in particular you're at Norwood 3. And even if you're not even there yet, you're just starting to notice some signs, even then, it's good to have an honest conversation with your barber. And you know, there's no such, it's not this idea that you're going there in denial and someone's cutting your hair and you're not talking about the fact that you know that you want to do this hairstyle but you're not sure if you can because your hairline. Go to a barber, they're used to it, they can help you out. I think that is very sound advice. I'm disappearing now.